Thank you for joining me for practice. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel and share it with family and friends. And in the description is a link to my Patreon account. If you'd like to offer a donation, it's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. This morning I'd like to just start on our backs. So we'll just come all the way down onto the ground. Flat body, arms by your side, legs extend long. And settle into the earth, just allow the body to soften. And feel the support and stability of the ground beneath you. And in this position, you can begin to watch the rise and fall of the abdomen. Gentle expansion of the belly on inhale, and gentle contraction of the navel on exhale. And as the breath continues to move in this gentle and relaxed way, take a moment to just listen to the sounds around you. At first, more obvious sounds are available, and then the more you pay attention, more subtle sounds come to the surface, to your attention. Keep relaxing. And then shift your attention to the surface of the skin. Begin to feel the skin, the area around it, the area where it makes contact with the floor, and even the spaces in between. Notice the space the body is taking up. Continuing to breathe, bring your attention now to the thoughts in the mind. What are the qualities of the thoughts in the mind? Are there many thoughts? Are there few, or somewhere in between? Are they agitated? Are they calm? Or also somewhere in between? Notice the thoughts in the mind. And then finally, begin to notice or observe yourself observing your thoughts. Who's doing the watching? Who's the observer? And if you're observing your thoughts, then you are not them. So now focus and become aware of the seer, the one who watches. And it is from that place there that we will deepen the breath, following it as it comes in through the nostrils, continuing to stay in the role of the watcher as it fills the chest, ribs, belly. And then exhale, feel a more conscious contraction of the abdomen in and slightly up, rib cage drawing closer together and chest softening. And repeat that, inhaling in and down. See if you can even feel the breath touch the pelvic floor. And exhale the breath back up and out. Please continue. Stay relaxed, but keep with the attention. If you'd like to add in that soft ujjayi sound, the ocean wave or whisper sound to the breath, bring that in now just to pull the attention even deeper into the practice. Two more, please. And on this last one, we're going to bring the hands together in front of the heart. Let the thumbs touch the sternum. Draw the chin in and feel like you're bowing your head to your hands. So we're going to set the intention today to explore the internal world. And through this practice, we'll find that as we turn inward, more and more stability is available to us. And in the practice we did a moment ago, becoming aware of the seer or the witness, that which watches, is really an acknowledgement of the unchanging aspect within each of us. And there's truly nothing that is more stable than connecting to that source. And if there's anything that you want to add to that that relates to your own life right now, please bring that into your intention. And then place it here in the heart, surround it with unconditional love. And we'll release the hands down to the side bodies. We'll practice Om here with some movement of the arms. So bring the legs and feet together. Inhale, bring the arms up and over the head. Feel like you're stretching a good morning stretch, so really reach the fingers away from the toes, elongate the side bodies, and then exhale and bring the arms down by your side. And we'll add in the chant of Om with that. So inhale the arms up and over the head. Stretch and lengthen the side bodies, and as the arms come down, we'll chant Om. Inhale the arms up. Again. Inhale the arms up. Now just exhale, bring the right arm down with the chant and point your left toes. Inhale the arm up, flex the left foot. And practice this on the other side, bringing left arm down, pointing the right toes. Inhale, arm up, flex the right foot. And both arms, both toes point. Inhale, arms reach, flex both feet. Exhale, keep the feet flexed, bring the right arm down. Now keep the right hand on the right hip. Curve the upper spine, walking it over to the right, and then reach the fingers away so it feels like you're in half moon shape. Both hips stay anchored to the earth. Feeling the whole left side of the body open, nice deep lateral stretch. Breathe here. And breathe all the way into any of the areas that feel sensitive or tight. And those of you with a little more flexibility can walk the feet to the right, and you're only going to bring them as far over as you can keep the legs and feet together. Both hips remain anchored. Continue to breathe here. And in the mind, if you'd like, on your exhalation, you can hear the internal chant of Om. One more full breath here, please. And on the exhalation, walk your feet back if they were over, bring the left arm down and straighten the torso back out on the mat. Inhale, both arms reach up. Keep the feet flexed and just bring your left arm down with the chant of Om. Now begin to curve the upper body to the left and really feel here that the top arm is reaching away from the fingertips and the whole right side body is getting a nice deep stretch. Continue to flex the feet. Breathe into any areas of sensitivity. Right hip stays anchored just as much as the left, and quads are engaged. And for these last few breaths, if you want to walk your feet over to the left and just bow a little bit deeper, make sure the legs and feet stay together. And continue to listen for Om on exhalation, the internal chant resonating that vibration through the body. One more. And then slowly walk the feet back to the center. Bring the arm down and straighten the torso out on your mat and take a moment just to feel. Good. Bend the knees, bring the knees into the chest. Give a little bit of a hug there. And feel the tailbone lengthen away from the crown of the head. So elongate the spine. And then arms over the head, inhale. Reach the feet up into the ceiling, flex the feet. Arms are extending, and then on the exhalation, just bring your arms down by your side and use your core strength to bring your knees into your chest. Repeat that again. Inhale the arms over the head, flex the feet facing the ceiling, extend through the arms. And exhale, arms come down by the side. Use your core strength to bring your knees into your chest. Keep going with your breath, inhaling, exhaling. And again, you can listen for the mental repetition of Om on exhalation. Two more. Now, this time with the knees to the chest, hug your right knee in, extend your left leg long to the floor, and pull the right knee in as deeply as you can. So drawing it towards your armpit, really feel that space open up in the groin. Continue to keep pressing through the left heel, reaching that away from the crown of the head. And now we're going to lift the left leg off the ground just a few inches. And then contract your abdomen and bring your forehead towards your knee. And then continue to look at your left foot. Breathe here. Navel draws down towards the earth. Keep extending through that left leg. Warming up the core. A lot of our stability or feelings of stability come from the navel center. And we're also going to be accessing a unique stability that is available in the heart. Couple more breaths. Use your Ujjayi. And release the torso. Release the left foot to the floor. Hug the right knee in a little deeper. And then we'll switch sides. So take left knee into your chest. Extend your right leg long to the floor. Draw that left knee in and really feel some space open up there. Pull back on the pinky toe side of your extended leg's foot. And now, keeping that clasp on the shin bone, you're going to lift your right leg up just a few inches above the ground, and then begin to lift the head, neck, and torso, gazing at your right foot. Navel draws in and down, contracting the abdomen. Breathe deeply here. Again, you can listen for Om on exhalation. Notice if that makes a difference in how you feel in the posture. One more here. And then gently release everything to the earth and see if you can hug that left leg in just a little bit more than you did before. Good. Both knees back into the chest, feet flat, knees bent, arms down by your side. See if you can lightly touch your heels with your fingertips. And you may have the feet parallel, pressing down into them equally. Slowly roll up through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. And exhale, slowly roll down, lengthening the tailbone towards the heels as you come down. And we'll return back to the chant of Om. So inhale, roll up. Exhale, chant as you lower. Now inhale the right arm up as you rise. And lower it. Left arm, inhale. And both arms. Good. Knees under the chest one more time. And then hands underneath the knees. Roll yourself all the way up into a seated position. And just take a moment here in seated to feel that tall spine, relaxed body, and just notice any changes that are happening. And then we'll come into tabletop position. Okay, so hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tops of the feet press firmly into the floor. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the sit bones, look up. Exhale, let all the breath out here, empty as completely as possible, and then hold the breath out. Don't breathe in, tuck the toes, lift the sit bones up and back, and use that suction to pull the navel deeply in and up underneath the rib cage. With the breath held out, only stay to your comfort level, and as soon as you need to inhale, knees to floor, heart lift, sit bones lift. Repeat it again. Exhale here, empty all the breath out, really purge that old stale air from the body. Now hold the breath out, don't breathe in as you lift the hips up and back. You've got a deep suction here to pull the lower belly, pelvic floor deeply in and up underneath the rib cage, hollowing it out. As soon as you need to breathe in, bring knees to floor and take that breath. So this is being done on retention, and it's a personal practice, so keep going on your own. Exhale completely. The more breath you get out, the easier the suction is. Make sure there's no strain, so only hold to your capacity. One more. And then stay in downward facing dog and really feel the breath moving fully now. Inhale, exhale, no holds. But you may still find that on exhalation, you can utilize gravity to pull the lower belly in and up, emptying out as much as possible before the next inhalation comes. Now, feet are hip distance, toes are turned in slightly, heels out. Keep lifting those hips up and back. The more you get that height where the hips are moving away, the more space there is in the torso, and it makes that suction a little bit easier. Head and neck is relaxed. Roll shoulder heads away from ears. Hug inner elbows toward one another and press firmly through the web of the index and thumb. One more breath.
Come right onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees, look at the hands, and step forward to your fingertips. Open your feet hip distance apart, standing forward fold. Bring in a little micro bend into your knee. Let your chest touch your thighs, and then wrap your arms around your legs. Breathe deeply here. Now feel your body weight move forward slightly in the balls of the feet. Sit bones are lifted. And make sure they've got pressure on the inner foot as much as the outer foot. Keep lifting that tailbone high. Head and neck is completely relaxed. Shoulders are away from ears. One more here. Now release the hands down. Take your left foot, lift it, put the fingers underneath so that the toes of your left foot go all the way to the crease of the left wrist. And then same thing on the other side. Lift the right foot, toes all the way to the crease of the right wrist. And then the pad of the foot is pressing into the palm of the hand, creating a nice seal there. Inhale, reach away as best you can. So that means straighten arms, straighten spine, pull the sternum forward, and only if you can straighten your legs. You can keep a micro bend as you do that. And then exhale, bend knees, bend elbows, and relax head and neck. Repeat it again. Inhale, extend away, draw the shoulder blades down the back to bring the front body forward, and exhale, navel in to soften the back body. Keep going, inhaling, exhaling with your breath. You can listen for the chant of Om on exhale. Last one, please. And then release the hands for just a moment. Bring them down by your side or fingers in a finger stand. Head and neck is relaxed. And we'll sweep the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, take the knuckles up and away, and stretch out your shoulders. Draw the heels of the hands as close together as you can. Shoulder heads are actually pulling away from the ears, creating space in the neck. And then imagine a weight attached to the crown, just releasing it down, no tension in the neck. And if you'd like to do a little swaying from side to side, or if you'd like to do that little flossing of the shoulder blades, whatever feels good for you to help release or relieve some of the tension that builds up in this upper back. One more. And now press equally into both feet. Pull the knuckles back behind you and slowly come all the way up into standing. Lift the heart, draw the shoulders down the back. And then just let the arms go and stand for a moment in Samastiti and just feel. And then come back to the front of your mat and we'll do this variation of sun salutation. Hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, navel to spine, forward fold. Step the right leg back, lower the knee down, top of the foot. Inhale, the arms reach up for low lunge. And now exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Right leg forward to the fingertips, spin the back foot flat for warrior one. Heel to heel alignment, inhale as you come up. And now exhale, fingertips to the floor, step back to plank position. Bring knees to floor, lift the toes behind you, squeeze your elbows tight into your side chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, low ribs on the floor. Exhale for downward facing dog. Same leg move, so bring right foot forward to the fingertips, lower the left knee down. Inhale up for low lunge. And then exhale, step the back foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise, all the way up, arms reach. And exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do the left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Left leg forward, spin the back foot flat, heel to heel, hip squared, inhale, warrior one, front knees bent.
Exhale, plank position. Knees lowered, toes lifted, squeeze elbows tight, belly comes down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward, right knee to the floor. Inhale, come up, low lunge. Exhale, step forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise all the way up, arms reach. And exhale, hands to the heart. Right side, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Right leg back, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, step back to down dog. Right leg through, warrior one. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, plank position. This time see if you can leave your knees lifted, chaturanga. Inhale, roll over the toes into upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog, right leg forward, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, step forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, plank position. Try leaving the knees lifted, chaturanga. Inhale then into upward facing dog. And exhale to down dog, left leg forward. Right knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, step the back foot forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise. And exhale, hands to heart. Just one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Right leg back. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, down dog. Right leg through, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, plank position. Chaturanga your way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg forward, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise. All the way up, arms reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Left side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Chaturanga your way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog, left leg forward. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise. And exhale, hands to heart. And just allow everything to settle. Slow the breath back down. And feel how prana is flowing through the body. One more. Good. Bring your big toes to touch, space between the heels, hands together in front of the heart at the front of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink in a chair. Stay for the inhale. Lower the shoulders, tailbone under, lower belly lifts. Exhale, contract the abdomen. Forward fold over the bent legs. Inhale, lean back. Heart lifts, lower the hips. Exhale, contract the abdomen. Forward fold over the bent legs. Keep going. Inhaling, exhaling. As you inhale, notice the back body engage. As you exhale, front body engages. Use your breath. Two more. Listen for Om. And then this time, exhale, forward fold over the bent legs and straighten them. Coming into standing forward fold, take a moment to let it settle. Step your left leg back just about 2.5 feet, heel to heel alignment, back toes pointing towards the upper left corner of your mat. Press into the ball of your front foot, press to the heel of your back foot, and find your right hip drawing back, left hip coming around. Let your inner thighs squeeze towards the midline, creating some stability in the legs. And we're going to move in and out dynamically here. So fingers in a finger stand or use your blocks. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, melt more deeply over the leg. Now we'll do that with a chant. So inhale, come forward, extend as much as you can, and exhale. Inhale. One more. Now you can stay here if you feel stable. If you want to challenge, you're going to either reach your hands back behind you, interlace your fingers, take your knuckles up and away, just stretch out your shoulders. If it's easier, you can gaze at your foot, or you can come into reverse namaste. So whatever position you want to be in, draw that right hip back, left hip around, stay stable here. Rely on the grounding through the legs and feet. Keep contracting the abdomen on exhalation to support the spine. And with the gaze steady, the mind grows steady. Ujjayi breathing. Listen for Om. One more. Now, no matter which position you're in, you can bring your fingers back down. If you have a block or if you're already using a block, you can keep it underneath the left shoulder, or you can take it to the outside of the right foot. Left hand down on the floor or block, right hand to the sacrum, rotate the navel to the right. And in this position, pull the abdomen in, and then if it's comfortable, take the arm up in the air. And breathe deeply here. Squeeze those inner thighs towards the midline. Stay strong and stable through the legs. Breathe. Shoulders away from ears. Keep sending the sternum away from the back heel. Two more. And melt over that front leg. Soften everything down. Step the back foot forward, standing forward fold. Let the upper body release. Inhale, hands to hips. Scoop the heart. Take your time to come up. If you need to pause, take a pause. And then come all the way into standing mountain pose. Arms by your side and rest. Now notice if there's a difference between the right and left sides. Back at your front mat with the big toes touching, space between the heels, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up, and exhale, sink back down into chair. Now this time bring your hands down the center line into prayer, and take your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Hands into prayer or fist with the bottom hand, cup with the top. Lower the hips, reach the torso away from the hips. And feel this twist here. Watch the tendency for the left knee to want to pop in front of the right. Grow steady. Two more. Keep unwinding that spine, any tension you find there. And then straighten the legs and fold over the legs, softening everything down. Deep breaths. So sometimes I think about those tighter holds like as if they were compressing an area for a moment or two, so that when we're done and we release, all this blood and energy rushes into that area and cleans and clears it out. One more breath. Good. Bend the knees, come back into chair. We're going to do the other side, so bring the hands down the center line. And now right elbow to left thigh, prayer spinal twist on this side. Again, hands in prayer or fist with the bottom hand, cup with the top. Squeeze and rotate the navel to the left. Again, now right knee's going to want to pop forward, so try to keep them even. You've got those midline, that inner thigh connection, so that that can stay nice and stable. Keep wringing it out. And then forward fold and just melt. Let everything soften and settle. Take a minute or two to find your breath. And now this time we're going to do the other side. So step your right foot back, only about 2.5, 3 feet. Pyramid's a shorter stance. Right toes pointing towards the upper right corner of your mat. Press the ball of the front foot away from the back heel. So right away you're engaging and stabilizing the legs. Left hips back, right hips around. Squeeze the inner thighs towards the midline. And then fingers in a finger stand or use your blocks. Inhale, reach the heart away. Exhale, navel in, fold over the leg. Repeat that. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, navel in and fold. With the chant. Inhale. Now stay. And you can choose where you want to keep your hands, either down by your side, or if you're feeling stable, interlace the fingers, knuckles up and away. Or reverse namaste. And if it's more helpful to you, you can gaze at the toes of your front foot. Stabilize your body, stabilize your mind. Find your breath. And continue to be in that role of the observer, the one who watches. One more. And release the fingers down. You're going to take your block now, either directly under your right shoulder or to the outside of the foot. If you don't need the block, don't use it. Hand down, left hand onto the sacrum. Squeeze and rotate the navel to the left. Make sure you're lifting your torso away from your thighs, so when we have elongation of the spine, the rotation's easier. And then if you're feeling really comfortable and stable here, try taking that left arm up in the air. Keep wringing it out. Breathe deeply. Sternum away from heel. Make more space. Last one. And then melt over the leg. Soften for a moment. And step the back foot forward.
Standing forward fold. Find your breath. Let it go. If there's tension there, just take a nice sigh through the mouth. Good, and inhale, reach the arms out wide. Press equally into both feet. Lift and come into a slight back bend here, pressing the front of the thighs forward. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Just rest. Take a moment to feel. Slow the breath down. One more. Good. Inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose. Flat back. And then exhale, step the right leg back, come into high lunge position. Bend the front knee, fingers in a finger stand to start. Push the front shin bone away from the back heel and contract the back quad. Squeeze the inner thighs, and as you inhale, come all the way up. Now, interlace your fingers, take your index and thumb up. And we're going to lean over towards our bent knee leg. So over to the left, let the right side body open. Breathe deeply here. Come back to center on your inhale. Spin the back foot flat. Line the front heel with the arch of the back foot. And now exhale and slowly bring your arms down for Warrior Two. We're going to stay in Warrior Two, so push the front foot, ball of the foot, away from the outside edge of the back. Tailbone is long. Gaze is over the middle finger of the left hand. Challenge that front knee and keep it moving towards the pinky toe side of your foot. Now moving in and out dynamically, back hand to thigh. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. And as you exhale, move into Warrior Two, chant Om. Om. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reverse it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, go back to this extended, reversed triangle. And now exhale, reach the front arm forward like someone's pulling your arm. Now we're in a very long stance, so keep a micro bend in that front knee. Hand to the shin, ankle, foot, or floor. Come into triangle pose. You can just stay here. But if you're feeling a little bit stronger today, see if you can bend the front knee. Let the left arm go underneath you. Right hand comes around for the bind. And then you're actually going to straighten out into a bound triangle. Breathe deeply here. The longer stance, room for the torso. Any of these options are fine, whatever you want to be in. One more. If you were bound, come back into the triangle pose, pivot on the ball of the back foot, high lunge position, heart is forward. And then step the back foot forward, standing forward fold, and just melt over the legs. Let everything soften for a moment. One more breath here. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift and rise. All the way up to standing, arms reach. And exhale, hands to the heart. And do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose. And this time as you exhale, we're going to take the left foot back into high lunge. Fingers in a finger stand to start.
Press the front shin bone away from the back heel, so really get firm and stable through the legs. And then once you're stable, inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers, take the index and thumb up. Lean over towards your bent knee leg, so over to the right, letting the left side body open. Breathe here. Send all that breath into the lung. Use your core for stability. And then come back to center. Spin the left foot flat, and we're going to open up into warrior two. So front heel to arch of the back foot. Let the arms come down and gaze over the middle finger of the right hand this time. The stance is long. The front knee is bent, and it's moving towards the pinky toe side of your foot. Tailbone is long. Crown of the head is lifted. Relax your shoulders. Nice and stable here. Breathe. One more. Now we're going to slowly take that left hand down to the back thigh, turn and look the right palm, straighten the front leg, a reverse triangle, and as you come down, warrior two with Om. Om. Inhale. Inhale, reverse. And now we're moving into triangles. You're going to take that front arm forward and extend, extend, extend as far as you can go. And then hand comes down, shin, ankle, foot, or floor. Left arm is lifted. Now you can just stay here. Triangle's a lovely posture. It's one of my favorites. If you want to try and go for the bind, you're going to bend the front knee to get the right arm underneath the leg. Left hand comes around, fingertips grab, and then you're going to straighten that front leg and lean your chest back into a bound triangle. Make sure you're breathing. Navel hugs the back body on exhalation. Keep extending sternum away from pubic bone. Last one. And if you were bound, you can release. Back into triangle. And then bring your fingertips to the floor. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Find high lunge for just a moment. And then this time, downward facing dog. We'll take a vinyasa, so inhale to plank, bring knees to floor, squeeze the elbows tight, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Breath or two here to stabilize in this symmetrical pose. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Come into standing forward fold at the back of your mat. Head and neck is relaxed. Utilize all that heat and warmth you've built to really let go. And then hands your way, either hips or out wide. Inhale, scoop forward and up. And then come into standing mountain pose to rest. Okay, we're moving into a balanced posture. So if you need to step off your mat, please do so. Wade into your right foot. Bend your left knee. You can do this with or without a strap. So you can either hook the strap around the foot and hold on to it, or hook the index middle thumb around the big toe and hold on to it. And we're going to stay here for 5 full breaths. Now feel the pelvic floor and core lifting and pulling in and up. Creating that height and inner body lift. Remaining stable and balanced. And then for the last 5 breaths, we'll move the leg out to the side and come into Utthita. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Hug the right hip in toward the midline, lift the sternum, spread the collarbones wide, continue to lift through the pelvic floor. Breathe deeply here. And then come back to center and see if you can release the foot or the strap and just continue to hold it up in the air. Lifting your pelvic floor, lifting your core, using that core strength. One more. And point the toes and slowly come down. Take a moment. Be grateful for both feet on the floor. Feel that stability. And then we'll do the other side. So you can always start with just the right knee bent, staying there if that's enough challenge for balance for you. You can use a strap around your foot, holding onto it with both hands, or you can extend with one hand, wrapping the index middle thumb around your big toe. Lift the heart. Feel that pelvic floor and core lifting. So as it draws in and up, connecting to that inner core stability, you find there's a freedom or a lightness in the body. Gaze is steady. Deep breathing. And then we'll move that leg out to the side. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Breathe deeply here. Steady your gaze, something that's not moving. Keep lifting that pelvic floor and core in and up. Now come back to center. Use that core strength. Try to keep that foot lifted. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the navel in and up. Engaging that quad. Strong leg. One more breath. And then point the toes and slowly come down and take a moment just to feel standing mountain pose. One more breath here. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, monkey. And exhale, step or lightly hop back to plank position. Chaturanga your way. Inhale then into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. And then come forward back into plank and lower belly all the way to the floor. So we're going to bring the hands underneath the forehead, open the feet out wide, toes pointing out, heels in, and rest. Makrasana. Feel your belly breathing into the earth. And when you can, listen for the chant of Om on exhalation. One more. Okay, bring the feet back in, hands under the shoulders, sit tall, sit on the heels into Vajrasana, hands in the lap, feel that tall spine, relaxed body, shoulders away from the ears. Okay, so we're going to move into a deeper back bend, and you can do some variations to make this a little bit more comfortable. If you have a bolster or an extra rolled up mat or anything that you can use, that's great. I like to use that plus a block under my lower back. So that will go right up against my tailbone. Now, in my legs, I'm going to open my knees out to the edges of my mat, but the toes touch behind me. So it's almost like the same stance as a wide child's pose. And then the bolster is as close to the feet as possible. Like I said, the block's going to go right underneath the back. Now, you may want a second block or a blanket for underneath your head. It just depends on where you're at with your flexibility. So first, we're going to start by pointing the fingertips back and keep the arms straight, keep the torso lifted for a moment. Lift the tailbone up and absorb the tailbone into the body. So as you do, you're actually tucking the glutes underneath your heels. And you might find that right here, we're getting quite a bit of a stretch for the front of those quads as well as the inner groin. So if this is enough for you, this is a great place to stay. But if you can move back, you're going to allow the torso to come down, elbows to the floor, and then resting on the bolster, or if you feel like you need the block underneath your head, place the block there. Now, the key here is to really absorb that tailbone into the body, lift the lower belly, and press the front of the knees forward and down. So it's a deep opener for this whole front line, this deep front fascial line of the body. And to the best of your ability, you want to try to relax. Allow yourself to soften into the sensation. That's why utilizing those props is helpful so that you can relax as much as possible. Now, there's an additional way to deepen this, which is to take your hands onto your lower belly and put about 1 to 2 pounds of pressure into the flesh, and then just kind of pull the lower belly or the skin from the lower belly up towards the belly button. And this, again, just takes a little bit of a deeper stretch into the area of the pelvis, into some of this chronically contracted area from more of the sedentary lifestyle of sitting quite a bit and not moving around as much. But no matter which position you're in, continue to breathe and listen for the internal chant of Om on exhale. Keep deepening the breath. Letting go. Now, just one more full breath here. And then coming out of it is just as tricky as getting into it. So if you had the forearms down, you're going to place them back into the ground. You're going to kind of keep the head back as you come out of it. So it's almost like there's a hook on your sternum and your sternum is being pulled forward. Once you can pull your knees into the center line, continue to pull that sternum forward until the head follows. And then once again, we're going to sit with the knees and feet together in Vajrasana, and that tailbone absorbs in lower belly lifts. And after that deep back bend, that in and of itself will feel like a little bit of a lumbar stretch. And then continue to expand from the root to the crown, space in the vertebrae. And just take a few more moments. It's intense, so let it settle. And then we can remove the props out of the way. Bring your hips to one side and extend your legs out in front of you. Internally rotate your thighs in and down. If you need to rub those knees or give them any kind of massage or gentle rub, please take the time to do that. And then hands by your hips, Dandasana staff pose. You're going to press down through the heels of the hands, depressing the shoulders, feeling the crown lift away. Legs are firm and engaged. Now, before we start moving into a forward bend, we want to take some time here just to let the body adjust after all that space. So inhale, the arms reach up. And then exhale and just slowly lower them with the chant of Om. Again, inhale. Inhale. Now we're going to reach for the outside of the right leg with the left hand. Now if you need to just hold the calf, that's fine. If you have a strap, you can use that too. If you want to reach for the outside edge of the right foot, we're going to lift that leg up, open the right arm out to the side, and come into this more gentle twist. So we do have some rotation happening here, but with that elongated spine, there's plenty of room for breath. You can push a little bit to the outside edge of the foot so that you have a little more leverage to twist to the right, but breathe deeply here. Work on that long, smooth breath, listening for Om on exhalation. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, navel in as you rotate. And then gently unwind. We'll place that foot back down. Find Dandasana for just a moment. Okay, other side. So right hand can grab calf. You can use your strap or reach for the outside edge of the left foot. Extend that leg up. Left arm opens out to the side. Inhale, grow as tall as you can. And now exhale, squeeze and rotate to the left. Supporting leg stays firm. And you can use that little leverage to twist a little deeper. Feel the wringing out of any of the fascia, any of the spinal tension. Just let the rest of it go now. And then gently release, lower that foot back down, find Dandasana staff. Inhale, reach the arms up in the air. Keep the arms extended as you exhale all the breath out here with the chant of Om. Om. With the breath held out, move into the forward bend. Stay as long as you can with the breath held out. When you need to inhale, arms in alignment with the ears, press into the backs of the legs, and come the rest of the way up. Repeat it again. Hold the breath out, move into the forward bend. Stay to your capacity, navel deeply into the body. Only when you need to breathe, inhale, come up. It's a personal practice, so keep going on your own. Two more. On the last one, quiet chant. And then stay in the forward fold and breathe. Keep the legs firm, internal rotation. Let that heart come forward. Shoulders away from the ears. Navel in. One more. Now plant your hands on either side of your legs. Come halfway up. Engage the muscles of the back. Extend the arms in alignment with your ears. Press into the legs the rest of the way and come the rest of the way up. And then exhale, arms by your side and just rest. Dandasana. We'll prepare for Shavasana. So once you're able to come onto your back, bring your knees into your chest, lengthen your tailbone away from the crown of your head, and just feel once again the earth completely supporting the spine. Relax the belly. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees open up wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Bound angle on your back. Knees spread wide. Just releasing any tension that may be there in the hips. And hold the outside edges of your feet. Open your feet up wide for a happy baby. Knees are bent down towards the armpits. Make sure the hands are relaxed and the arms are heavy. Then cross your right ankle over your left knee. Reach through the triangle between your legs. Interlace behind the thigh and now pull the left knee towards your chest. Flex your right foot, and if you want to use your elbow to gently push the right knee open to the side, just releasing that right hip. And then keep the foot where it is, bring the left foot down to the floor, and then use the foot that's on the knee to guide the knee to the right. So we're stretching now into the outside of your left hip. And you can gaze over your left shoulder if you like. And then come back to center and we'll switch sides. So take the left ankle on top of the right knee, arm through the triangle, interlace behind the thigh, and now pull that right knee into your chest. Flex both feet, particularly the left, and then push that left knee open a little bit wider with your elbow if it's possible. Breathe into the hip. And now take that right foot down to the floor, keep the left foot where it is, and just use that top foot to guide the knee over to the left. And you can look over your right shoulder now, stretching into the outside of the right hip. And then come back to center and have your knees into your chest one more time. If you'd like, you can curl up into a little ball and then release the legs down. preparing for Shavasana. So feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Arms down by your side, palms face up. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. If you're in a lighted room, try to place a soft material over your eyes. Nothing touching fingertips or toes. And just like we began, now fully feel the earth supporting the body. Return to the awareness, the seer, the observer. Completely let go. So very slowly begin to deepen the breath. And as the breath comes in, just gently move fingers and toes. Roll wrists and ankles. And without rushing, take knees to chest. And curl your right side into fetal. Arm under the head as a pillow. And then place the hand into the earth and slowly come back up into seated. If you'd like, prop your sit bones up for a moment or two of meditation. Sit with a tall spine and a relaxed body. Return to a smooth breath. So inhale, coming in and down. Exhale, moving up and out. And then start to equalize that breath so the inhale and the exhale are each 4 counts or 6. Once you've established a rhythm, then we're going to pause at the top of inhale for half the length. So if you were breathing in for 4, you'll pause for 2. If you were breathing in for 6, you'll pause for 3. So the ratio is 1 to 1/2 to 1 to 0. No hold after exhale. And if that's comfortable, then you can add in the half count pause at the bottom of exhale. So if you're breathing in for 4, you'd hold for 2, exhale for 4, and hold for 2. Now, if that's comfortable for you, you can expand the breath. So if you were at a 6, you could move to 8, 4, 8, 4. Whichever ratio you're choosing, make sure it's easy and stable and comfortable. Now, while you continue to breathe in this way, moving deeper into the role of the seer or the witness, we can really access that during those retentions. And at the top of the inhale, when you pause and hold in, can you feel that even though no breath is entering, an expansion is continuing somewhere around the area of the heart? See if you can observe that for a few rounds. And then same thing, inhaling, feeling the pause at the top of inhale, noticing even though no breath is entering, there still is a feeling of expansion continuing. And then exhaling, and now during the exhale pause, observing a very subtle lift from the root towards the crown. As you hold the breath out, feel the energetic movement. And those of you that are really comfortable, if you want to move to a 1-to-1 to 1-to-1 ratio, in other words, 8, 8, 8, 8, as long as there's no strain, you can move into that. And this will give you an opportunity to experience that energetic movement a little bit longer, a little bit more deeply. Of course, this can also be done with a 6, 6, 6, 6 ratio, or even the 4, 4, 4, 4. Please continue. So if you were holding and breathing in for the same length, take a round or two to move back into the 1, 1/2, 1, 1/2 ratio. So in other words, maybe 8, 4, 8, 4, or 6, 3, 6, 3. And then you can eventually just allow the breath to settle, observing from that place of deep peace and stability, the internal awareness. Breath is effortless. Stay rested in stability. And the seer, this higher self, or this awareness, has the quality of all-knowingness, deep wisdom and truth. And just lower your chin to your chest. And bring your hands back. Return to the intention we set and trust that you received what you could receive, letting the rest go. And we'll finish this practice with a chant of Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Peace, 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 peace. Deep inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.